Once upon a time, somewhere about there lived the grandfather and the grandmother. The grandfather was a very good gardener. He liked to spend a lot of time looking after his plants. In springtime he planted a turnip, a cabbage, tomatoes, grew dill and spring onion, and many other vegetables. But the turnip was his favorite. The grandfather even used to sing songs for it.
We have a little said, we took a little wheat. So grow and grow, and we last, and the other at last.
The turnip was growing bigger and bigger with the grandfather's songs, and there came time to take it out.
Came the happy time, taking our crops, and of the mind. Appalling turnip, can't just do it, it's too big. I should call grandmother for help. Grandma! I should call grandma for help. Grandma! Grandma! Come and help me for food.
I am coming, wait. I will help you with your crops. With my greatest pleasure, Grandpa.
А что они не выходят?
Кади la jeta.
Grandmother holding on to the grandfather holding on to the turnip, and they are both pulling hard, but can't pull the turnip out.
Grandpa, with our own ourselves.
Oh!
We have to call our granddaughter to help us to turn it out.
Oh, it's a brilliant idea. Oh, we can call a daughter.
Granddaughter, come to help us.
I will help you.
The granddaughter holding on to the grandmother holding on to the grandfather holding on to the turnip, and they all are pulling hard but can't pull the turnip.
I'm here help with Rutka.
Rutka!
Zuchka holding on to the granddaughter holding on to the grandmother holding on to the grandfather holding on to the turnip, and they all are pulling hard but can't pull the turnip out.
Let's do this. It's called the cat. Kitty! I'm coming now. We will pull the turnip out easily.
The cat holding on to Zuchka holding on to the granddaughter holding on to the grandmother holding on to the grandfather holding on to the turnip, and they all are pulling hard but can't pull the turnip out.
I believe.
I believe in need help. Let's call the mouse. Mouse, help us. Mouse! Mickey!
Come again!
Дай мне листок этот.
I am happy to help you when all the family are working together.
The mouse holding on to the cat holding on to Zuchka holding on to the granddaughter holding on to the grandmother holding on to the grandfather holding onto the turnip, and they all are pulling hard and singing together. И вытянули репку.